So, one big question we get is kind of what do we do while we're waiting for this time period to run? And the hope is that you can work together, talk together to figure out how to best to divide your assets and your debts, your house, your cars, your bank accounts, your retirements. And so you're kind of just waiting a lot of the times. If things come up where there are problems with a spouse, where you two were living together in the same house, but now you can't, now who's going to move out? You can ask the court to order somebody to move out. That is one option. And basically, it's just waiting and trying to figure out what to do. And hopefully, you can communicate well enough with each other to get it resolved. If not, then, obviously, attorneys can get involved to help try to resolve those issues for you. We get a lot of requests for spousal support where one spouse feels the other spouse should be paying them to live off of. I had one where the lady thought she should still get spousal support even though she's living with her new boyfriend. So that was a no. Basically, spousal support is just a way to help equalize between the partners, to help one partner get on their feet and get going. Because a divorce obviously is really a financial hardship on people because you're used to the two incomes or one income and the other person stays at home. And so it really, turns everything upside down. So the court can look at a number of different factors. If you have one spouse that's making a great deal of money and the other spouse was a stay-at-home mom, let's say, then the court's going to look at saying she should be given something to help her get back on her feet. Now, there's a number of different things the court looks at when seeing if spousal support should be awarded. The age of the parties, their health, how long they've been married, their needs, the abilities to pay, things of that nature. So if you don't agree, the court will make that determination of if you should have some, and if so, for how long. Now, one of the biggest things they're saying, well, I've been married for 10 years, I get it. And that's not true. The court, that's one of the factors is the length of the term of the marriage. However, again, like in California, there was you've been married 10 years, I get it no matter what. And then if not, here's this. Michigan doesn't do that. There's a number of different factors, like I just said, that comes into play when determining whether support should be awarded or not. Parties don't need to have an attorney as far as a divorce or any civil litigation goes. Sometimes it's helpful to help kind of work through what are your rights, what are your options, what are you actually entitled to, but you're not required to. I always say, if nothing else, if you don't hire an attorney, if nothing else, at least go see one before you file your judgment and divorce, because you may be thinking you're doing this completely right, and there are things in there that are not right or not worded right. And so when you go back and say, well, that's not what we meant, it's too bad, so sad, because that's what you wrote and that's what the court is going off of. So it's always good to talk to an attorney, at least to verify, yes, this is what you want. Because once you sign that, especially with the financial provisions, you cannot go back and change them later. They are what they are, unless you guys are in agreement to something different. So that's the problem we always get, is you've just worded something really wrong. If you have any questions about divorce, just give us a call, 517-797-6021, or you can email at office@kbergerlaw.com.